Hey guys, Adam here from Board at Home. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to our latest unboxing video. We are taking a look at Ravenloft, the horrors within the latest book for Dungeons and Dragons. It also comes with a few accessories. For this video though, we will just be taking a look at this one, the map pack. There is a Dungeon Master screen for this, but I won't be using this in my campaigns as a full-on campaign. So I don't see the need in getting myself a second screen. But if you are running Ravenloft as a campaign, you're running a full Domain of Dreads, then obviously it'll probably make sense to have all that information to hand. But anyway, we're going to take a quick look through the book. Also going to show you inside the map pack because it is pretty cool actually. I do like this. So our book here, The Horrors Within. So we have various chapters as always. First chapter is our character options. Now, this is probably one of the most important things for me, character options. Stuff that I can give to my players. New subclasses, species, feats, backgrounds, everything here. Really, really cool stuff. Generally, these are the books I go for rather than the adventure books myself, just because I find them much more useful. We have our domains as well. We also have a bit about other domains. Each comes with the stat block for its Dreadlord, its Dark Lord, a bit about the domain itself, and then there are adventures as well. So there are a whole variety of adventures. These are kind of more one-page things, a bit like one-shot wonders and stuff like that, that will kind of give you a flavour, and then you can build out from that. We then have creating your own adventures, creating your own domains, and then a whole list of monsters as well, which is really, really, really cool. And what I do like here is that we have our adventures bookmarked at the start of the book itself, so in the contents. So if you are just looking for that adventure, you can scroll to it. You don't have to remember which section in chapter 2 it was part of. So that is pretty cool. So we'll just have a quick flick through. So this is all just a quick blurb about it. Our character options, so we have got our subclasses. Some of these are making a return, such as Grave Domain. Others are brand new, so that is really, really cool. We've got some new backgrounds as well. It also gives us Dark Gifts, introduces those as feats. But if you've been playing 2024 D&D, then you know kind of what the backgrounds now look like. And then our species as well, which I'm really excited for. 4 new species, well, 4 revamped species: Dampier, Hexbloods, Lupin, and Reborn. Pretty cool. Good to see all of that in there. And then we've got our feats. And then we get to our domains. So I'm just going to skip through a lot of these because there is a lot of them. But all of this here, so I'd say a good half of the book is the actual domains themselves. They come with pictures of the area that they're in, so they're like world maps or regional maps. The stat block for their particular Dark Lord as well, so that is pretty cool. We also get some maps like these, like gridded maps. It's a shame that these ones don't come in a larger format. They're very, very cool, but I guess if you are getting this digitally, you can download these from the digital and print them off yourself. But little niggle that they put the maps in here, but they don't give them to us in the actual map pack, which we will come to. So we've got all of that, and then we get to our adventures. This is about creating adventures. As we scroll through, gives you lots of stuff. I've had a quick read through of this already. Some very cool stuff. We also have Bastion options as well, which I am eager to explore. And then creating your own domain. So everything, there's tables to roll on, to kind of give you ideas of what to do. Different kind of horror genres as well. So we've got body horror, we've got cosmic horror, dark fantasy, folk horror. So there's a lot of different subgenres of horror, which is really cool and kind of gets you thinking about what you might want to build. And as I said, you've got all these tables that you can roll, and then it gives you a little idea of kind of what kind of monsters you might want to use for this setting and at different CRs as well. And then we have our sort of monster manual at the back. So we've got a lot of cool new stuff. Sorry, that just looks absolutely horrifying. But so we got loads of cool stuff there. And then as we get to the ends, we got a little bit about the Tarokka deck, which you can buy separately. And then just a little pronunciation guide. So all in all, very, very well written, very informative, full of stuff here, and well worth it if you're looking at playing in Ravenloft. Now this is the main bit, is the map pack. So they've not really done map packs in quite a while, which is a bit of a shame really, because you know, it's just nice to have these things when you've got the official material as well. So it's good to have something from them. And they've got quite a few maps in this one. They've got 10 maps, 5 double-sided maps. We've got a little sheet here that just gives you an idea of what they are. We've also got some tokens as well. So that is pretty cool that we got some tokens. And we will just go through and show these maps to you. So let's move that off to the sides. And then let's open these up and we will show them off one by one. We'll try to get as much of it as we can in. So that is our first map. This one is the Ghoulish Catacombs, which is aptly named. And then on the back of this, we have this wonderful graveyards. Absolutely amazing. I think that looks really, really cool. Very, very detailed. Now, these maps don't look like and don't feel like they are sort of dry wipe, so make sure that you don't start drawing on them and end up ruining your maps. But that is our first map. Our next map, we have, oh, if we can open it, this awesome sort of woodlands path. They call it a misty road, but look at that. You can imagine you're walking along and you hear a creaking in the woods. As you look to the side, it appears as if the trees are alive somehow, but as you take a closer look, nothing is moving. And then through the mists beyond the trees, you see 8 eyes glowing, and we will roll initiative. How cool is that? And then we've got a witch's little cottage and underground lair as well. So yeah, very, very highly detailed. I'll try not to waffle too much as we go through these because there are a lot of them. This one are the Aberrant Warrens. So if you're looking for like a really kind of disgusting underground cavern, this is definitely one to try out. It almost makes me not want to touch the map. So we're going to pick it up on the sides. And then we have this Hallowed Grounds, they called it. This is an old, looks like an old church, maybe a bit of a fortified church. But yeah, it looks absolutely awesome. You can tell that it was once consecrated grounds, but darkness, shadow, the mists have encroached upon it and claimed this once divine site for its own. Oh, we are getting stuck with this. There we go. Our next one, we have got a laboratory. Let's show that off to you. So we've got a laboratory there. And then on its reverse, we have got a manor, like a really nice estate. So let's just sort of bring that up so you can see the end there. So we've got the ground floor here, the main entrance, the servants' entrance around the back here, and then the stairs, 2 sets of stairs taking us up to the second floor. And then our last map, we have got an underground crypt. And on its reverse, which I think would be fantastic for some folk horror, like a abandoned cabin and this kind of wicker man, and you see hooded figures surrounding it, chanting a repetitive monotone droning as you creep in and see that these aren't just cultists, they're from the village you're staying in. Very, very cool. So that is the map pack maps. And then just to top it all off, we've got these tokens. So they're quite sturdy and they look fairly clear as well. With the Heroes of the Borderlands, they had loads of tokens, which is absolutely amazing. But one of the criticisms was these are not overly clear. So these ones do look a lot better. You see we've got ghouls on there. So we've got cultists. We've got animated armor. All kinds of things. Wisps, chain devils. We've got zombies, blights. Very, very, very cool indeed. And it's just a nice little thing to have. Some people use minis, some people use standees, some people use dice, and some people just use things like this, which is however you want to run your games. I am right there with you. I do like using these. I sometimes use a bit of a mix just because some of the stuff you just don't have, and it's better using something than nothing. But overall, that map pack is really, really good. I'm really pleased with that, and the fact that they've actually come out and made a map pack kind of makes me wish that they'd had one for Dragon Delves, because that was their first sort of book after the core releases, and stuff like this just goes that little extra mile for me. You know, like we have the books, but they've taken the time to craft something extra for us, and something that if you don't want to buy the book, this is still useful. You can still buy this. None of this relies on having the book, which I really, really like. And I think Wizards of the Coast may be selling themselves a little bit short by not providing this stuff on a much more regular basis. They did initially when it came out in 2014. See, we had the map pack for Dungeon of the Mad Mage and things like that. But seeing these coming back, and I hope these come back more and more with future releases. But that is everything for a look at the horrors within. Let me know what you think below. Are you excited for this? Are you looking at just getting the map pack, the dungeon screen? Are you looking at running campaigns for the horrors within, or using it like I'm planning to take elements from it to put into your own homebrew world? I'd love to hear about it. We'll also be running some stuff at the shop as well as part of our sort of one-shot series that we do. So if you live locally and you'd like to try out some D&D horror, do check on our website for details on all our D&D events. But that is everything. Thank you all for watching. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you in the boardroom.